Good afternoon, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 375. That's a lie. Episode 475. Today is Friday, September 27th. I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay. And we're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 3-ish.
At 3-ish. And if you're on YouTube and having any issues, please just give an email to OBS right now. They're kind of messing up. As a heads up, if you saw the title just changed, we were actually supposed to be interviewing Fight to Fame team today. Something happened where some of their team was in a different part of the world. They couldn't get to it today. They dropped the ball today. I will say I dropped the ball last week. Last week I didn't realize they had confirmed. So hopefully we can get them next week or so. But if you don't remember, Fight to Fame was the or is the company that's trying to make basically a fighting entertainment token. And this is the people who had Mike Tyson as the founder. Then this Wall Street Journal thing came out and said Mike Tyson wasn't the founder.
Oh, man.
Then it came out and said the actual person who is the founder is a wanted fugitive hiding out in North Hollywood somewhere over here with us. We actually just need to go pull up with him so we can get him.
Yeah,
we're playing with the team.
Yeah, what's up?
But regardless of what's going on with their troubles, whether it's true or not, we're going to try to have them on live next week. We'll see if we can get them. And hopefully, we already talked to them, told them we're going to be asking them these questions. So hopefully they can come on live and iron out all those questions because, again, these stories in the Wall Street Journal, Cointelegraph, and CoinDesk are painting them in a bad light. But we definitely want them to come on to the show and tell us who they are and what their project is. And, of course, everything that actually happened with the whole Mike Tyson deal there. So you can see that story there. So we'll talk about that. But today, in general, since we don't have them, our top stories of the day, we'll be talking about the Bitcoin hash rate has hit an all-time high, regardless of the price. HoneyMiner acquired by blockchain firm Core Scientific. Bitcoin bull pump. Leonardo said, I will tokenize the US dollar immediately. New malware swaps out crypto wallet addresses as you type them. And last but not least, Binance helps UK police bring $50 million to $51 million of crypto criminal to justice. But first, before we start, let's talk about those Bitcoin prices.
Oh, yeah. So let's jump into the prices for today. Bitcoin sitting at $8,217, up 2% on the day. Ethereum at $175.79, up 6%. A good jump for that. Litecoin still struggling a little bit, but showing some life at $56.31, up 4% today. Even Ripple is having a green day at 24 cent, up 1.4%. And lastly, Bitcoin Cash at $222.45 is up 3% as well. So we have green across the board after a sea of red last week. So once again, don't panic, people. Crypto market isn't going anywhere.
Right. And as we talk more about, first of all, shout out to everybody who had a chance to see us live on KRBE FM yesterday, or it was the day before yesterday in Sacramento. We may have to take that video down because some of the songs that are playing, we already got like a trademark thing from UMG or whatever. So we got to figure that out. And of course, you all got to see my expert camera skills. We didn't have the tripod with us. So, hey, that's how it goes some days. But one thing we talked about on that radio station, and something we definitely want to highlight here, is, of course, the price action. I have said since the beginning of September, I know Bitcoin Zay has been tweeting it. But one thing we've been telling you, if you're watching this show for the last couple of weeks, I've been saying every day, don't even worry about the price until like October, the beginning of October, last week of September, because everything was back, was going to cause the market to go in a spiral, and no one would know what was going to happen until the price corrected.
Yep. This
is that spiral. You see how many calls and texts and all the craziness we've already received, and it's something we've been telling people for the last 2 weeks to prepare for. We're like, we've been saying it all month of October, or excuse me, it's August, September, and we kept saying this is chop. This is chop. We were making those jokes every day, nothing but some chop. So again, we see the price is low. We know people are going crazy, but you shouldn't even be paying attention to the price until the first or second. After that, we can start to get a better idea what's going on. But right now, the first week of back futures, it might even go 2 weeks. There's no way no one's happening. And then CME is about to expire as well, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so CME expires today, and also it's quarter four starting next week. So
right, a lot going on.
We're all good, yeah.
But with all that being said, and the price action, what's going on with this article? The Bitcoin hash rate has hit an all-time high, even though the price of Bitcoin is seemingly dipping. What does that article mean to people out there?
Oh, yeah. Well, last week, if you saw, the hash rate dipped very deeply, about 40% drop. And there was some talk that it was a Canadian miner, and people were scared that, hey, if miners are dropping off, what will happen to the price? Well, since then, the hash rate has doubled, and it is back to an all-time high. So it simply is a major dip that recovered. We're back at an all-time high. And just like last time, that dip preceded an increase or a decrease in price. This increase in hash rate may precede an increase in price coming next week. So just want to point that out. And for those of you who don't realize it, the miners are the backbone of Bitcoin itself, of the blockchain. So as long as that hash rate is continuing up, the entire community will continue succeeding. So don't worry about price as much. Technology is still relevant.
And for those who don't know what that is, the Bitcoin hash rate is the amount of computing power used by the Bitcoin miners to generate new coins and secure the network. Again, as he said, it's been climbing rapidly this year. So that means even though the price is low, which we tell people all the time anyway, the price isn't low. One Bitcoin is still one Bitcoin, people. But if you keep comparing it to the USD price, which we know the US financial market is going through right now, then it would seem low. And another reason why it could be low when you talk about US dollars, we just put $275 billion into the market. Of course, Bitcoin is not going to be the same 10,000 after we just put more than the market cap of cryptocurrency into the US market, right? That's automatically going to cause it to go down as well. So a lot of factors at play. But as you just said, the technological side, when we talk about the hash rate, that means people are still using it. The technology is still working. People are still mining. So
somebody commented and said that was Calvin Ayre using decommissioned machines that dropped the hash rate. That's why it bounced back so fast. So
there you go.
Could be some manipulation there as well.
What's going on? Tessa, Sergeant Crypto, Trust Truth, Clarence Dennison, Panji Smoke. What's going on? What's going on? Who else we have? Captain James T. Crypto said, Komodo had the same swap bug, but they didn't believe me, but I believe it's because of the stuff that happened to you. That's why I keep my Bitcoin icy cold. Yeah, I remember Komodo had a whole big pump and marketing plan about 2 years ago as well. Yeah. I'm not sure what happened to them. It kind of was premature for me to begin with anyway, because I remember where they were talking about their big marketing plan unrolling. If you were to actually go to their website, I mean, no offense, but it looked like a 14-year-old made it.
Yeah, it was trash.
It was a trashy website. Yeah. So for all the marketing and hype behind it, I knew that thing was getting pumped. But yeah, ever since that one or that last big pump, I haven't heard a word from Komodo or their team. So if anybody's in their community, let us know what's up with it. What's going on, P-Man Van? Hope everything's going good with the new studio. Clarence Dennison said, please talk about the scarcity settling in the market because I had to buy over the counter just to get PTOY tokens. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Scarcity of what specifically though?
Yeah, if people aren't selling, it's getting to a point where we're getting so many holders. People
it's about volume. Yeah, nobody's selling right now.
Yeah.
Sergeant Crypto said, I almost dropped the bar on my chest the other day when you said Dogecoin on the radio. Listen, hey.
Had to put it out there.
But look, again, we joked about that on the radio. But at the end of the day, whenever Bitcoin goes through whatever it is, network being clawed, whenever Bcash is on the fritz or Ripple, and all these other coins, people keep going back to it. So listen, that's definitely
an OG coin.
It's an OG coin for sure. What's going on, Antonio? Alec G. Yeah, Alec G said a lot of interesting stuff going on in the alt mining markets as well. For sure. Alec, quit playing, man. You've been behind the scenes enough. It's time for you to come on live and talk about this mining, all right? Let us know. All right, one of the top stories of the day, HoneyMiner has been acquired by blockchain firm Core Scientific. That's right. Today, Stacks Digital, creator of popular cryptocurrency mining product HoneyMiner, announces acquisition by Core Scientific, an AI and blockchain firm. What's going on with this story? How did this happen? I mean, it's pretty quick. Didn't they just get started?
Just got started, but they've showed a use case. You can basically use HoneyMiner to acquire cryptocurrency just using your home, laptop, or desktop. So what happened was this creator basically acquired them. They're an AI and blockchain firm. And I'm sure since they're putting it into their IP and blockchain expertise, they're actually using it into the iOS that they use. If they use it for the operating system, they're going to have miners on every operating system that they put out. That'll be crazy. And from a technical standpoint, if that becomes the standard, if everything has a miner attached to it, I think HoneyMiner, the technology they have for that will help. So shout out to them. And like you said, they just got started less than a year ago. Yeah, this is what happens when you have a good product. So.
And as we said, they debuted in July of 2018. 2018, HoneyMiner is a leading software for GPU cryptocurrency mining on personal computers. In fact, Bitcoin Zay used it as well, right?
Yep, used it, and I use Kudo Miner as well, and they both work.
Okay,
yep, absolutely.
There we go. The platform is available on Windows
and Mac.
Windows. I can't even talk right. And Windows is available on Windows and as a Mac OS. Windows. Currently available on some 1,400 different GPU models. Core Scientific plans on using, as you said, Stacks Digital's IP and blockchain to go ahead and, I guess, advance everything that they're doing now. I mean, this is pretty cool. Again, we're seeing a lot of these companies. This is not necessarily a unicorn company turning into $1 billion overnight, but still, you have cryptocurrencies operating for a little over a year. I mean, you talk about Binance before they made their $1 billion status. It was like 2-3 years in the making. So you have many companies in the space where this is happening. Again, one of the coolest things to see because there's still so much room for innovation. What's next, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see how it works out with operating systems on computers, and it'll probably move to phones as well. So it should be exciting.
Crypto and Culture said, LOL, that good product life.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, 1 year, getting bought out the year. Oh, my goodness. Pat on the back all around.
Oh, yeah.
This is a very interesting story. Bitcoin bull Pompliano, what's going on, said, I would tokenize the US dollar immediately. Listen, anyone who knew anything about crypto would probably tell the government that too, but they want to lag. Looks like Morgan Creek Digital co-founder and serial Bitcoin bull Anthony Pompliano said that he would tokenize the dollar immediately if he were the U.S. government. This is the only way that it might retain its status as a world reserve currency, he's suggested. However, he thinks that people will ultimately choose Bitcoin as a currency which the government can't control. What else is going on with this story?
Oh, yeah. Well, I believe he used China as an example simply to show the U.S. that, hey, if Chinese is using their currency, if they're going to use the Chinese yuan and they're going to tokenize it, if they get ahead and their monetary policy is better than the U.S. and anybody around the world can access it, then they will move ahead of the U.S. And that's one of the things he wanted to point out was the U.S. falls behind, which we always do because of regulations and taking too much time. If we fall behind and we don't tokenize the dollar the same way somebody as big as China is, then they could have the global reserve status that we currently have. So I think it's a noble idea, but good luck getting it going because some of these people don't even know the word blockchain yet. So tokenizing the entire dollar, I doubt it because that's too much transparency, but we'll see. I mean, it's an idea that should happen, but I don't know. I don't know about this one, Pomp, but we'll see. And Pomp always has big ideas though, so I like it.
Now I am with them as far as if the U.S. were to do it right now, I think it would work.
It would definitely
I think it would work.
It's good luck getting them to do it.
Right,
that's the problem.
They don't even even on a technical thing. Like let's say the U.S. were, they don't have enough support people to do it to answer the questions where the calls come or to ensure that the technical side of everything is going to work. It's just not enough people. But one thing that I found interesting too, he said either way, Bitcoin will get you in the end. He's like Bitcoin is going to win out. As Andreas Antonopoulos said, Bitcoin is the internet of money. That being said, we always talk about those private intranets these companies had and then the public internet. And of course, at the end of the day, the public internet won. So from that point of view, I can see where he's saying that, yes, Bitcoin being the internet of money, being the public thing that everyone can use and see, it should win out. I get it. Just like the internet be intranets. Yeah. However, for me, since it's currency, and I see the type of manipulation and corruption we're playing with, I'm not going to say it won't win in the end, but I think that ends a long way away for me personally after seeing you see the pushback right now. How many people still push back on cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, like now? And Bitcoin's they said something great on the radio station the other day. I'm not sure we were still live when he said it. But he was just talking about how no one else believes the news and government for anything else, right? But all of a sudden you believe them when they tell you about your money. Yeah. So it's one of those things where I think people are too far gone. I think they've been manipulated too long or they just don't care to find out the truth. So I don't know if Bitcoin will actually win out in the end versus the Fed Now coin or the JP Morgan coin, right? I don't know.
It might have to get to a point where people don't have a choice. And when that day comes, that's when we'll see it. But until then, we'll see.
Let's see. Eric Coins Lee, speaking of which, said, I heard they're working on a Fed coin. Not sure how true that is. That is very true.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, they've been working on it. Sergeant Crypto says, so it's a Chrome extension talking about the HoneyMiner. Is it a Chrome extension?
No, it's a program, but like I said before, they may have a Chrome extension. I gotta double check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sergeant Crypto also says they fall behind because of regulation, aka politicians lining their filthy pockets. Of course. I mean, it's one of those things where this is the shame of it. Dealing with crypto, we actually see now the corruption and the regulation that's not even being asked for by majority of people. And yeah, this is how, as a country, we fall behind. But I like to remind people these days, the United States is not a country. We are a big business.
Oh yeah, big business.
We all live together. We are related through money. Straight up. Yep. Trust Truth said, would the dollar go down? It certainly seems that way. Trump had a meeting with that AI guy who owns Facebook, might use his coin.
Yeah, it's not looking too good, but if he does use that coin, that is going to be good. Good to see.
It would not surprise me if
it
Libra coin turned to Federal Reserve 2.0. It makes sense.
It would literally just be exactly what we expected.
But even better, the Federal Reserve, I mean, granted, the dollar is impacting the world, but it's made for 330 million Americans. The Libra coin, the Libra project, is 2 billion people under that. You're talking about what? That's almost 18% of the world's population. That is a lot more than what the 330 million has to offer. So I would not be surprised if the government made a deal with Facebook and was like, yeah, we're going to usher this thing in. If you don't use it, it's illegal. How crazy that be? You wake up on Wednesday morning
hire our people.
And they tell you if you don't use Libra coin, you're going to prison for 10 years on a Wednesday morning. It's wait, what?
Yep.
All right, a little bit more serious stories now. New malware swaps out crypto wallet addresses as you type them. Whew. Wow. What is this malware and what is going on here?
All right, so this malware is called Mossad Stealer, which can replace the wallet addresses as you type them, thanks to malicious code that can be injected into your browser. So some of the things it also steals: PC and system information, credit card data, browser passwords, installed software, desktop files, screenshot of desktop, and on. You get the point. They steal pretty much everything. So the program dumps this info into the malware controller's Telegram account, ensuring relative security for the data it steals. So they can steal the data, send it across Telegram, and you can't track it because they can delete that message. And they also changed Monero, Litecoin, Zcash, Dash, and Ethereum addresses. So basically, malware, we bring it up simply to tell you these threats are out here. This is possible. Do not download anything that looks suspicious on the Google Play Store. Don't just download software willy-nilly, because these people are out here, all right? And, based on just what they're trying to steal from here, it's not just crypto, it's everything. So protect yourself all the way around.
It looks like it's based on our telemetry. Mossad Stealer's main distribution vectors are masquerading as legitimate tools or bundling themselves into third-party tools, wrote the research organization. Threat actors achieve end user downloads by advertising in forums, on third-party download sites, or on file sharing sites. Everything, honestly, everyone in crypto should actually be at if you're doing your due diligence. You have to go to forums. You have to go to third-party sites. And sometimes you'll find yourself on file sharing sites trying to download the new whatever HoneyMiner app, right? Who knows?
Protect your neck.
Right. The software masquerades as useful looking software like TradeBot_Binance.exe, Galaxy Software Update.exe, and Fortnite Aimbot 2019.exe. That one I'm sure is going to get a lot of people.
I know, right?
For
Especially
those
kids.
I was just about to say, for those who don't know what an aimbot is, it's for cheaters in the gaming industry, where they can download these aimbot files on their laptops or their computers or whatever. And some can actually get to their software, their systems. And it allows you, whatever direction you shoot at, the bullet's automatically going to hit your enemy on the video game. So you can be facing a different direction and work. So something like this, while it seems innocent, Fortnite aimbot, which a lot of kids, as you said, will try to download to cheat, they're going to automatically get their entire computer infected and everything stolen.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy. It looks like once infected, the computer then begins communicating with the command and control Telegram channel, as the Bitcoin they said, and sends back that private data. As he also said, once it hits Telegram, it's gone.
And it only costs $40, people.
Wow.
On the dark web, this malware is only $40.
Usually they cost a lot more.
Now it's very, very configurable and very dangerous, but at the same time, you got to protect yourself.
And another security thing, exe files in general, people, whenever you have to execute those files, those usually are the ones with malware and viruses. So it doesn't matter if it's in the news or not. If it's .exe, you need to make sure you know where it's coming from, period. And then last but not least, when you're looking at all the stuff they can steal, credit card browser data, PC and system information, desktop files, browser cookies. This is the stuff we've been telling you you're supposed to be deleting at least once a month, once a quarter. Go back in and delete all your old information, clear out stuff, clear out the history. That would at least slow down a hack. Because once the hack happens, people, when they have all this information, a hacker's going to go into their little dark cave and they're going to figure out how to connect the dots to get into all these things. It's not going to happen overnight. It might, but they're going to go through all that. The more stuff you delete, the more holes that they have, and the less they can actually connect all this stuff. So make sure you're doing your due diligence there for sure. All right, last but certainly not least, Binance is back in the house. Binance helps UK police. My accents are all off today. Binance helps UK police bring 50 million crypto criminal to justice. It looks like leading crypto asset exchange platform Binance has provided information to the UK police to help bring a fraudster to justice. The unnamed Bulgarian individual pleaded guilty to 5 counts of fraud and received a custodial sentence for his role in numerous phishing scams. I'm assuming these phishing scams had something to do with cryptocurrency. What went on here?
Oh yeah, well, they got the guy, the Bulgarian phishing expert. His name is a name. Vyacheslav Donchev, as officially reported by the Crown Prosecution Service. Donchev, who was 37, he was extradited to the UK from Bulgaria, and his scamming and fraud charges, he pleaded guilty to 5 offenses, and he received a 9-year sentence. So basically what he did was, the criminal created website scripts designed to look like the real websites of up to 53 firms. All right, these are legitimate firms. So people were going there, they thought they were sending money to them, and they stole $51 million based off that. And they were able, by imitating legal firms, other criminals were able to use his scripts to obtain personal data and of the clients of those services.
Wow.
So, and they were reportedly sold on the dark web as well. So we're looking at about 500,000 victims, people, from this.
Wait, 500,000 people were affected?
Yes, 500,000 people potentially targeted by this fraud. And of course, like we said before, he is caught now, but this was an elaborate scheme to get people to send in money or to fish out their information and steal money.
Again, people, this is what we're talking about. The scams are real. They're getting sophisticated. They're going to continue to get sophisticated. But one thing I definitely want to highlight is that with the help of Binance, the police caught this person. So again, this whole, we need all these extra task forces, and we have to police different, and the IRS and SEC and regulations because all the criminals are going to flood the crypto. No. That is not true. Crypto is actually a great way to stop criminals without doing anything extra but what we're already doing.
Yeah, they already got enough going.
Using exchange help
chain
and
analysis,
good old police work.
Yeah,
right.
Chain analysis and all them, they got it.
So again, we like to highlight these stories because whenever you hear the UK, the US, and all these countries say, we have to start this task force or do this to stop these crypto criminals, they're lies.
Yeah, they're just making up stuff.
There's 2 things. Criminals aren't using crypto that much, and the ones that are using it keep getting caught. They will not get away. So, and this highlighted here, cryptocurrency is still a poor payment method for crime. I mean, but it's something that if you're in the industry, we already know. In fact, I would even try to encourage news sources like this, which is newsbtc.com, to call out the lawmakers. Everybody's saying the obvious. Everybody's saying it's a poor payment method for crime. They even say the first line, contrary to the beliefs of many lawmakers around the world. Let's start actually calling them out.
Yeah, just tell
United States lawmakers, the SEC, FD, New York Financial Department of Services.
Yeah.
All these fake statistics and fake news that they make up is government corruption in our face. It is regulators lying to you and then using your taxpayer money in ways you didn't authorize, basically. So I hope more call them out. But again, regular police work can stop crypto criminals. So everyone who says that has that narrative is crazy right now.
Oh yeah. And then Binance, like somebody said, Binance is like 6'9". The difference is they are a company. They are running a business. His situation is a lot different. But yes, they definitely want to help. Because I'm sure if they get that now, it's self-regulation. They're doing it. So good to see from them. If they want to stay in business, I will give it to them for that.
And the difference too, we got to make sure the difference between 6ix9ine, he's involved in a criminal thing. It'd be different if Binance was out here. They helped get the $50 million. Then they're like, oh, hold on now, that was old Bob over there, wasn't us. Let's see, Miss Cornbread 21. I like what you did there. She said it's about to be Libra season. Hilarious. What's going on, Madam Crypto? Tainted Treats. Alex G said, log in, a la your keys. Hilarious. Stop struggling now. Say, okay, you got the book link?
Yeah, drop the link right there.
Tommy Brown, thanks for that. Yes, if you have the money, people, you should keep your crypto only on PC or on a separate computer. And if you don't, use an actual different user admin when you log in so your crypto isn't on the same page as you search Facebook with and click on every link. So there we go. Let's see. Crypto and Culture said they scamming. Yeah, you already know it.
Ultimate scam.
Let's see. Oh man, trust truth. You're funny. I'm gonna leave that alone. All right. Other than that, that is the show for today. We haven't given out any free cryptic coin in a while. What are we gonna do for it?
Oh yeah. So for the free cryptic coin, let us know what you are doing to keep yourself safe from malware, to keep yourself safe from getting phished and getting your information taken. What VPNs you use, what security measures you take, what emails you may use. Comment below the video. Let us know what you think, and we'll send that free cryptic coin to you.
All right. As always, thanks for watching and, of course, listening as well on iTunes, podcasts, Google Play Music, iHeartRadio, and Spotify.
Absolutely.
Other than that, have a happy Friday, and we'll see you all next week. Cheers.
Cheers.